Hey y'all. I know y'all like, wait a minute. What is that introduction at? I know. It's coming. Don't worry. It's coming. But let me make sure that everything is going smooth before I play the introduction. I want to make sure everything's right. You know, we always gotta make it look like everything's right. Let me turn this down. Hey y'all! Hey! Okay, I turn my volume down. I'm finna go live on IG. Now, IG always miss the introduction all the time. I don't know why, y'all. I don't know why. Let me fix my camera because I need y'all to see all of me. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right, y'all. Well, we finna get started. We finna go. Yep. We finna go ahead and we gonna get started. So here we go. I hope y'all enjoyed tonight. We do have Tiffany in the building. Oh, she in the building. And she coming. Don't worry, y'all. She coming. But here we go. Let's get started.
I'd never ever felt this way until you had to say goodbye. The feeling of loss so intense. It's like I actually might die. I can't eat. I can't sleep. Your face is all that I see. My chest feels so tight that sometimes I can't even breathe. For it's not like you've just moved from one town to the next. Where you've gone, I cannot follow unless I take drastic steps. Just carrying on as normal feels like I'm saying that I don't care. But I don't know what else to do. My God, this isn't fair. I'm told I need to get through this, that things get easier in time. But it's the worst feeling I've ever known, to be the one who's left behind.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on Peachy Tea Time. Tune in on Peachy Tea Time. Come join us on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Join us on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Yeah.
What up? What's up? What it do? What it do? What it do, baby? We is back in the building. Come on, y'all. Let's bring it on in. Let's bring it on in. I'm the missus. That's me. Y'all, we got some visitors. Okay? We got some visitors tonight. Joining Peachy News. It's Peachy News night on Peachy Tea Time. All right. So, y'all know how we do. Ain't nothing gonna stop. We're gonna do like we always do. For everybody back there in the bed that's looking, that's watching, we're gonna run it on back for them. Here we go.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on Peachy Tea Time. Tune in on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Come join us on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Join us on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Yeah.
Y'all Y'all know I ain't shit. Y'all know I ain't shit. But baby, that's my favorite part on that one. I got a down pat. I got a down pat. You know why I got down pat? Because that's me. That's why I got down pat. But yes, thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. Like I told y'all, this is gonna be very, very, very emotional tonight. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna make it through it. We're gonna make it through it, baby. So if you need to get you some Kleenexes, I still gotta go get mine. But y'all need some Kleenexes, gonna go get it now. What I'm about to do though, first is bring up my friend. I can't have her down there too long. I gotta bring up my friend, y'all. Yes, my friend. My other BFF. My other BFF. But this the real bestie. Yeah, this is the real bestie. I got about 3 besties. You know, I got about 3 of them. What's up, the main event? What it do? I got about 3 of them. But this one right here is special to me. She's special to me, y'all. She really is. I've been knowing Tiffany for a very, 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 very long time. A very long time. Since I was 15 years old. And I am 42 right now. Yeah, I'm 42. I know it's hard to believe. I know. I get it. I get that quite often. I just playing with y'all. I just playing. But yeah, so we do have Tiffany in the building. It looks like she just fell off for a second, but she is coming back. I already know. But yes, so we're gonna get started. Once again, to all the visitors, I want y'all to become Peachies and Mr. Peachtas. That's what I call my peoples. Yes, I want y'all to become one of us. We're not a cult, no shit like that. Let me say this first. Everything I say might be explicit language. But yes, explicit language tonight, y'all. Explicit language, okay? Also, some of the things that you may see tonight may be allegedly. So I want to make sure I add that just as well. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, we're still waiting for Tiffany to pop back up, but I don't want to hold y'all too long because I know once Tiffany get up here, we're going to have a lot of things that we got to say and talk about, and we're going to take our time. So I hope y'all here with us. We still got our motivation, and we got a different motivation tonight, y'all. So to everybody that's new, that's visiting tonight, yeah, the one that's visiting, the ones that we want y'all to come back and join and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah, those people. We do a motivation every night at the end of every single show. And I am on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Fridays is Peachy Talk Time, which is with my husband and one of my friends who is a certified life coach. We also do, hey Tiff, baby, I see you down there, girl. She is back. But on every Wednesday, I do Peachy News, which is today, Peachy News. Mondays is full of fuckery. Ain't no telling what the hell we're gonna talk about on Mondays. I'm just telling y'all. Ain't no telling. And then we got Saturdays. Saturdays, I am on from 3 to 4. And that is at Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio, baby. And you can download the app, Hits 92.3 Atlanta. That's where I'm at in the ATL. And you can listen to me. Or you can see me, because I stream just as well on there. So, y'all know where I'm at. I'm on all platforms. We ready to get started. I'm finna bring my sister up. I'm finna bring my bestie up. I'm finna bring my friend up. I'm finna bring my everything. Okay? This is my girl right here. You know what I'm saying? If I need anybody to ride with me, she gonna be the one. Okay? She gonna be the one. She gonna ride or die. But here we go, y'all. Here we go. Miss Tiffany Owens. Hey, boo.
Hello, baby. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm doing. Hello, everybody.
She said,
How's
hey,
everybody
y'all.
doing?
She said, hey, y'all. Now, make sure y'all say hey to my friend up here, my sister, my everything. And look who the first one on here. Oh, he said something went wrong with her live. But she on here now, Marianne. She on here now, baby. She is in the building. And Marianne, how you doing, baby? Just as well. You feel free to put it in the chat. And anybody that would like to come up, Marianne, if you want to come up, feel free to come up. I'm going to put the link in the chat. But let me say this first. Y'all gonna have a certain amount of time to say what y'all got to say. Y'all ain't finna be up here all day long. Okay? Y'all ain't finna do that. Tiffany, we gonna have to ring a bell or something. We're gonna give y'all at least 2 minutes, 2.5 at the most, depending on what you're saying. Now, if you saying something that's really real, then hey, we're gonna have to keep it, we're gonna have to ride it out. We'll have to ride it out. But y'all gonna have 2 segments. And if we have to add a third segment, we would definitely add a third segment for you all to call in. Call in tonight. What you're going to do is call in. I'm gonna give y'all probably about the next 10 minutes. After we do a couple short segments, I'm gonna let you call in, give your condolences. Not only just give your condolences, but words of encouragement. And just show some love. Show some love. Now, Tiffany, I got to say this. Now, when we was at the funeral for Maria, it was a lot of people there. And I know all them people didn't get a chance to come and say, hey, baby, I love you. I'm sorry. So those type of people are the ones that we want to call in today. Now, if you see Tiffany every day besides Marianne, Marianne, we ain't going to, hey, you come up whenever you want to come up. But anybody else, if y'all see Tiffany on a regular day basis, let other people come in and call in, come up and give their condolences. That's all I ask. But if you just got to come up and say something, baby, feel free to do so. Feel free to do so. Okay? All right. Tiff, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, we here.
We are here. We are here. Yes, we
Never thought we would be here with this.
No, not under these circumstances, honey.
Not at all. Not
No.
at all. Now, what we gonna do is act like now we gonna read off comments and stuff, but at the same time, we gonna act like we just FaceTiming with each other.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We can't see everybody that's out there. They see us, but we can't see them.
Right.
And so tonight is basically based on Tamarie and TJ, and Tiffany and Tamarion, your immediate family. A broken mother's cry. And I know y'all see that on the back screen. Y'all done seen it for the last couple of days and everything. I want to say this just as well. I'm going to try my best to put up all the comments that I can. I will pick out certain ones probably that just happen to catch my eye to read off. I'm also going to try my best to, shout out people that we see. But it's going to be a lot of folks in here tonight, and I want to make sure that Tiffany gets her platform and her time to say whatever she needs to say and whatever else that needs to be said. That's the most important thing to me tonight, is for you to be able to say whatever you feel that's on your heart. Okay? So with that being said, we're going to get started. Tiffany, anything you want to say? You know how they always say at church, you got to come up with announcements and stuff like that. So if anything you want to say first before we get started on the show, your thank yous for everybody doing anything, what you want to say?
I do just want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening to our broadcast on tonight. And I pray and hope that this reaches whomever it needs to reach, so that our city can get the help that we need, that is required to keep our kids safe, so that mothers don't have to sit in the same seat that I'm sitting in right now.
All right. And that's very, very important. Unfortunately, you did lose 2 kids, but you're still here.
Yes.
Able to encourage others, being there for other mothers that has been through what you're going through. I think something just happened with the audio. Oh, your phone. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna bring you back down and bring you back up because it's echoing. Yeah, I know how it is. You know, we online. We online. Sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do. Now, if you're watching, don't call Tiffany. Don't call her right now. Okay? Now ain't the time. Now, somebody call you and say, why Tiffany ain't answer her phone? Tell them because Tiffany is online. Okay? That's what y'all tell them. Now, we're going to bring Tiffany right back up. And hopefully the echo is going. Tiffany?
Yes.
Girl, it's gone.
Yes.
Girl, the devil is alive. We going to step on him tonight, baby.
That's right.
Don't worry. I just delivered the message. Told them don't be having them calling you. They can't call you right now.
Not right now.
Tori said, girl, you crazy. You know, I try not to, Tori. I try not to be. But okay, y'all, we finna get started. Tiffany, you already know how this goes. You've been on my platform a few times, actually. You watch the show all the time. So you already know we always got to get started with talent for the night. And it is a touching song. It is. But it fit the moment. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to play it. Okay? Now, go ahead and mute yourself. And I'm going to mute myself. And y'all enjoy. And here we go.
How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good times that made us laugh, always in bed. I thought we get to see tomorrow, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I don't know where this road is going to lead. All I know is where we've been, what we've been through. If we gave to see tomorrow, I hope it's worth these days. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine.
All right. Now, before we finish, before we even go any further, I got to say this. Lord, 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 please be with us during this moment. Please, please be with us. Guide our tongues, guide the things that we say. Help Tiffany through this moment just as well. And I know that somebody is going to be touched through this. I know somebody is going to learn something through this. And I pray and I pray and pray that you cover Tiffany, you cover Marion and the Owens family and the Stewart family and all the family and members that was hurt that day, the family members that's hurt each and every day. Cover them all. In Jesus' name, amen. I had to get that off. I had to say that, Tiffany. I had to.
Amen.
I had to. You know, that's one thing you asked me earlier today. You said, Tania, I said, Tiffany, I'm nervous. I don't never hardly be nervous. And you said, did you pray? And I said, Tiffany, I prayed. And when I say I've been praying all day, I don't even know how I was gonna start this show. I didn't know if I was gonna pray before the show or not. I didn't know. But all I knew right then and there, that was the moment for me to do just then that. So we gonna get started. Um, First and foremost, thank you so much, Tiffany, for joining me tonight, being here. Um, you know that I know how hard this was for you, and you know that this was just hard for me just as well. But we both was determined to do it, and I thank you. I thank you, and I love you.
I love you too.
All
Thank you for giving me this opportunity on your platform. I
right.
appreciate you and I love you.
Thank you so much. And you know, I always tell you, my platform is your platform. Yours and everybody else. That's my family. That's my friends. It's people that I don't even know. My platform is your platform. Because that's what I'm here for. Is to get the word out there.
Yeah.
Especially on Peachy News. Peachy News, I go all around the world and talk about things that happen, like what happened with Maria and
Mm-hmm.
that happened with TJ. And it's sad, it's hurtful, but I feel like we all are so consumed with what's going on in our own front door and our community that we don't know what's going on all over the world. The same things that we go through is going on all over.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Peachy News is about, is letting
Mm-hmm.
everybody know everywhere what's going on. So once again, I thank you for being here. We're gonna get started. I got some questions. None of these questions, y'all, is blindsided to Tiffany. Let's say that first. Tiffany knows all the questions, so I want to make sure we say that. But Tiffany, we're gonna start off. Y'all gonna see me looking because y'all know I'm always the one that don't write nothing down. Everything straight off the dome. But tonight I had to write some things down. I had to. So Tiffany, we're gonna start with the first question.
Mm-hmm.
What was the feeling you had when you became a mother to Tamarie at the age of 17?
Man. Oh my God. That little girl literally changed my life. I ain't gonna go into my whole background as a kid, as growing up and everything, but I was a little wild child. And when I gave birth to Tamarie, that literally changed my life. When I tell you, when I birthed her, that literally was the first person that I just truly fell so in love with. Like she just brought so much joy to my life. And I loved being her mother at 17.
Yeah, I knew that. A lot of these questions I already know the answer to, but but there's so many people out there that don't know who Tamarie is. You know, they've heard the story on what happened, which you're going to explain just as well. But they heard the story, they hearts went out to you just from because of the story alone. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people don't know who Tamarie was. A lot of people don't know who TJ was. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, tell us about TJ. How did you feel when you had TJ? Because you had Marie first at 17.
I had Marie at 17 and I was 22 when I gave birth to TJ 5 years later. And when I tell you that was another joy. Man, I had my girl and I had my boy and I was set. So I thought. But yeah, oh my God, my kids were so much joy to me. They just brought so much joy to my life. They gave me meaning, they gave me purpose, and every day I lived my life trying to be the best mom that I could be. And they just transformed my life. You was there for the birth.
They did. Say that again. Just for the
You
folks in the back that didn't hear that. Say that again.
you was there for the birth of TJ. You
Yeah.
were in the room. You and Tori.
Yes.
Yes, y'all was.
It was
That's how long we go back, people.
yeah.
That's
It
how
was
long we
me,
go back.
you, Tori. and Tamara's and your mom.
Yeah, and Tamaria.
Forget.
And Tamaria.
And Tamara. Yep. I would never forget that they came in the room and they said that somebody had to leave. All of us couldn't stay. And I remember clear as day your mama saying, y'all go ahead and stay. I done been here before. Y'all see what it's like. I had my first child at 35. That was the scariest thing for me. Seeing somebody go through childbirth. Oh my God. And you was in so much pain.
I remember. I remember.
I was so scared.
I had to get induced with TJ. Yep, I had to get induced with him. I was in a lot of pain.
Yeah, we was there. Look, Tori, yes, head full of hair, TJ, head full of hair. But Tiffany, I must say, Tamaria, TJ, and Marion, you know, you don't have, now, I'm not saying this for all people. I'm not saying it for all people. But sometimes, you know, the whole crew may not be as cute, if you can say. Somebody may be a little different from the others. Let me say that. Tiffany, when I say that, and I stand on it, and I can definitely say everybody that knows you and knows your kids have said since day one, you have beautiful kids. And you know I ain't lying, because you ever heard that ever since Maria was born.
Thank you.
I mean, all three of your kids was beautiful. Is beautiful.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. And they have beautiful hearts.
Thank you.
They have beautiful hearts. You could tell they was raised very well.
Thank you.
Very well.
Giving honor to God. Giving honor to God.
Yes, you did a good job. You did a great job. I'm going to say you did a great job. Okay. Now we running a little behind on the comments, girl. They think I'm just so funny. Look, Tori said, changed my life. Yes, they did change her life, y'all. And when we say change Tiffany's life, we mean change Tiffany's life. Change your life completely.
They did. My babies. That was my riders too. Y'all know I took my kids everywhere I went. I think it used to annoy other people that I always wanted my kids with me. It would like people like, you got to bring your kids everywhere you go. I'm like, yeah. They was like, why? I'm like, I love being around my kids. People would be like, really? Yeah, I love being around my kids. I love my babies. I love them. And I'm so grateful to God that he brought me up in the manner that he did to really love on my children the way that I did growing up, because I didn't know that my time with them was going to be so short-lived. So I'm grateful for those memories. I'm grateful for loving on them and for taking them everywhere with me and my friends, because y'all know I used to pack the car seat up in a minute. And Tamaria was rolling with us everywhere we went while I was in high school. No matter where we went. Y'all come to pick me up, Tamaria, she coming. She coming.
Yeah, Maria was always in the back seat. I remember we was driving down the street one time and we got into a car accident. You remember that? Maria in the back seat?
Yes.
It was a hit and run.
Yes.
And then the man came walking back to check on us to make sure me, Tiffany, and the baby, Maria, was okay.
Yeah.
But yes, we have so many memories.
Yes,
so
we do.
I will say that. So once again, we got a lot of people out there in the chat. I want to say what's up to Tori. Your sister Tan is in here. Sarita's in here. Shayna is in here. Oh my gosh. Julie's in the building. Melody Barrett is in the building. Keith Jenkins is in the building. Girl, we got some of everybody. Tiff Ann is in the building. Now,
that's Tiffany. That's Tiffany Hill. That's my friend Tiffany from.
Hey, girl. That's Tiffany. That's my friend Tiffany too, right? My new friend.
Yes, that's your friend Tiffany too.
Friend Tiffany, I love you, girl. Come on to the. Tell your daughter I'm still waiting on her. Tell her I ain't forget, and I know she still got that card. But yeah, so Tiffany, we finna go into another question, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Was it a struggle being a teen mom?
Oh, most definitely. The task was not easy, but I thank God that I had my parents to help me. Because a lot of people don't have their parents. And when I tell you my parents, they went way and beyond for me, my sisters, their children, my brother, their kids. Like my mama was the babysitter. She didn't believe in us putting our kids in daycare. So she babysitted. We went to work, we went to school. The kids was well taken care of at my mom and them house. Like, man, I had a tremendous support from my family to help me get through. So I'm very, very thankful.
You sure did. Mr. and Mrs. Owens is the best. I love y'all. Hey. But
Thank
yeah, they
you.
are so awesome. Now, how old was how old was you when you had TJ?
I was 22 years old when I gave birth to TJ.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you was a teen mom just for Marie.
Right, right. I had Tamarie when I got pregnant with Tamarie. It was just the summer of my 10th grade year. So I became a teen mom. The end of my 10th grade year was when I got pregnant, and when I gave birth to her, I was a junior in high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, what was Tamarie like as a little girl? And as a
Oh, oh my goodness. I'll take you back to the baby days. Back when she first was born, she was so adorable, just so adorable and so loving. But she was a cry baby. She was like my crybaby kid. And she cried so much to the point to where you had to hold her a certain way just to get her to keep quiet. I had to plug the vacuum cleaner up and just let it run.
oh
She
my
liked it, that noise. So yeah, she was she was my, I say, my challenge baby coming up. But once she got out of that stage, she was just an incredible, loving kid. She loved to play basketball, and her daddy bought her a basketball rim when she was like 2 years old. And so we didn't even know she could shoot or none of that. So I just remember her being 2 years old. He put the basketball rim up in our house, and she just used to shoot. She just used to shoot the ball. And so one day he was just sitting there watching her. He was like, "Look at her, look at her." And literally, she was making all the shots. She was 2 years old. So he was like, I'm finna move the rim back some more. So he scooped the rim back some more, thinking she was going to come closer to the rim. No, she stayed right where she was at. And she just started just shooting the ball. And I mean, she just started making all of them. Like, that's when we first knew her love for basketball, was when she was 2 years old, her first time shooting. Like, she was so natural at it. It like shocked both of us. Like, we couldn't even believe it.
Yeah, I remember she came and stayed with us for a week in Grand Rapids, and
Mm-hmm.
we took her to play basketball every single day for that week. Every day they want to go play basketball. And I'm like, oh my gosh! So he really, he takes credit for some of Tamarie's basketball
I know he did.
trophies and shit. Yeah, he be trying to take some type of credit because of that 1 week.
Tell him he can have it, because he definitely worked out with her for a whole entire week. So tell
A
him
whole entire week, girl.
he definitely earned the credit for that. Yes, definitely.
Yes. So what we're going to do now, y'all, we're going to go into a small little commercial. This is going to be our first time that you guys get to call in. We'll probably take about 2 calls. After we take these 2 calls, Tiffany, I have a special surprise for you. Then we're going to get into everything else.
Oh, wow.
Okay? Yes,
Okay.
that's a surprise.
Oh, wow.
So when we get the first 2 callers to call in, y'all call in right now. The first 2 callers, we go ahead, going straight into our surprise for Tiffany from Peachy Tyme. And then, hey, we're going to get it going. So here go that first commercial, baby. All right, y'all. Y'all can start calling in at this moment. Y'all can start calling in. Now, Tiffany, while they're calling in,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, we got a couple callers that we're going to take, okay? But while they're calling in, what was TJ like as a little boy?
When he was a little boy, as a baby, he was a great baby. Let's just say that first of all. Oh my God, he was a great baby. And I knew I had to have a good one because Tamaria was my crybaby, so I knew God wasn't gonna get another crybaby. So he was actually a great baby. When he was probably like 2 or 3, he became very mischievous as a child.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, he did. He was a busybody. But he was so sweet. He always had a sweet spirit. All my kids did. That's one thing I do love, even though they're all different and they all had different personalities. Um, they were all just sweet kids, just loving kids. But that's what I showed them. I just loved on them. I just poured into them, and they just always gave that back to me and to everyone that they came across. They were just loving souls.
There was. And that's very important that a lot of parents don't teach their kids nowadays is about love and
Mm-hmm.
loving on them, constantly telling them that they love them and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's a way that I grew up just as well
Mm-hmm.
with my mom, and I try to do that with my kids just as well. I definitely try to do that with them. So we're gonna go ahead, y'all. Now I know y'all probably don't be nervous to call in here, y'all. Don't be nervous. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get into this first clip, okay? And then once we get into this first clip, my surprise person. I need my surprise person to come on up. I need my surprise person to come on up. Yeah, I got a surprise person. I got a surprise person. You don't know the surprise person. You don't know
I,
them.
I don't.
No, I don't want you to sit there and try to figure it out. Like, who
I'm
the
trying to. I'm trying so
hell? Okay,
hard
don't
now.
do that. Don't do that. Don't do
Okay. I'm kind of nervous because I don't know what my surprise is. I don't know who it is. So
that. Yeah, you just don't know what the missus got going on in her
oh,
pocket, her corner pocket, baby. But we're gonna play this first clip while my surprise guests come on up. And here we go.
okay.
Tiffany, can you hit your mute button?
A young girl, only 15 years old, killed by one man's terrible decision.
The pain still fresh for her mother nearly 5 years later. Tonight, 7 Action News reporter Andrea Eisen showing us how she's channeling that pain to help other families heal.
It felt like it was just yesterday. Every time I come to this park, every time I go to my mother's house, it felt like it was just yesterday.
A mother is never the same when her child leaves this earth before she does. And for Tawana Rankin, that pain is still piercing because her baby girl, Jada Rankin, was murdered. It happened in October of 2016, and Jada was just 15. Her life was stolen by a man who was speeding during a family gathering at Jada's grandmother's home.
My son asked him to slow down, and the driver shot off one bullet in a crowd of 20 people, and Jada was shot in her torso, and one bullet struck and killed her.
This park, playground on Linwood Street on Detroit's west side, was named after Jada. And this place, though painful at times, can still bring her mom some peace.
Just fills my soul to know that kids and families are still welcome and they still come up here and share the enjoyment in her memory.
On April 25th, Jada Rankin will be 20 years old, and her life will be celebrated to the fullest by the people who love her the most. But it will not be the same because Jada is not here.
It's people out here that has the same pain and actually is walking the same path as you. And one, you're not alone.
So on April 25th, Tawana, along with other neighborhood organizations, will be hosting a strolling memorial filled with photographs of victims of gun violence, cases that have been solved like Jada's, and those who are still waiting for justice.
We are looking to do 100 loved ones. All that we need is a picture and their name.
and their image will be displayed with the honor and dignity deserved,
so that the public, the world, will still be able to honor their child.
or anyone they love and lost.
Maybe it was something they heard or something they seen. If you still see it, it's still on your mind.
Like Jada stays on hers. In Detroit, I'm Andrea Isom, 7 Action News.
All right. Now, that to me, that story touched me because it reminded me of a lot of Maria and what happened with her. And it was a coincidence that the street was Linwood on top of that in Detroit. And
another coincidence is Jada shares the same birthday as TJ, April 25th.
wow.
You didn't catch that?
I didn't catch that. I did not catch that. And I love the memorial that they have of her.
Me too. That was beautiful.
It was beautiful. And maybe we can see if we could find a way that we could do something like that just as well for Tamaria. You know,
Definitely.
I'm definitely down to, doing my research. You know how I get down. So I'm gonna definitely see if I could work on that.
Okay.
Now, my surprise guest is here. Let me bring down the phone number because now y'all can't call. Y'all can't call right now because my special guest has entered the building. Now, Tiffany, I done told you don't know this person. Okay? Now I want to make sure everybody in the building, it look like everybody in the building, baby, for this surprise. You don't know this person. I don't really know this person. I'll be honest with you. All I can do is be honest. I've always been honest with you since day one. I do not know this person.
Did they reach out to you?
I reached out to this person.
Okay.
I reached out to this person and I asked this person to please come on my platform. And I asked this person if they could do me a favor just as well. So I'm finna give you a hint. And I'm finna give everybody a hint. Because everybody has been asking me this question. So this is the first hint. Here we go.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Tune in on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Come join us on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Join us on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Yeah.
I gotta do my move first. Now, that's the first hint. And I know y'all like, what the hell is that? What you mean that's the first hint? So, here we go. Hi, James.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great, James. How are you?
Oh, good. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you so much for coming. I definitely appreciate it. Please tell everyone that did not catch on to my hint. Can you tell them what my hint was and the answer to my hint?
Well, my name is James Gilmore. I wrote the jingle for the show, Peachy Tea Time. That's me. I'm saying so. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So everybody, if you did not hear James is the person that actually wrote the jingle for Peachy Tea Time. Not only did he write it, he produced it, he sung it. All I did was just tell him what I do. That's all I did.
Wow. Awesome.
That's all I told. I told him what I do.
Awesome.
I told him, what the show is about. Mm-hmm. And he did this in like 5 days. And he sent it back to me. And when I tell y'all, I cried. Literally. I cried.
Oh, wow.
I'm glad you loved it.
Say that again, James.
I said, I'm glad you loved it. I'm glad you loved
it. I loved it. My kids, when I tell you my daughter, James never saw this. So I'm finna play this right quick. This is how much Peachy Tea Time is hit.
Peachy time, Peachy time. Peachy time, Peachy time, Peachy time.
Wow.
It's a hit.
Yeah.
That's my daughter. She loves the song. I mean, she sings it all the time.
I love to see her do that.
Girl, I love that part. That's my favorite part.
Mine too.
James, I want to thank you so much for being here tonight. This might be time y'all want to get y'all tissue, by the way.
What's about to happen?
James done something for me that I am so thankful to him for. When I say I'm thankful to you, James, I'm thankful to God what you have done for me, for my friend Tiffany.
Jesus.
I'm a blessing. Man, I'm a blessing.
I can't thank you enough. What I did was I reached out to James, Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
I asked James to put something together. I added to it after I got it back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play it tonight. Okay. Right now. You will get it in your email tonight.
Okay.
And no one has to do anything. I'm finna go ahead and play it. And all you gotta do, Tiffany, is watch. Here we go. Surprise.
This song is dedicated to my sister, Tiffany. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Check it out. No one can explain something so tragic, like losing your loved ones, the ones that's closest to you. But there's a God who can ease your pain, and bring the sunshine through the heaviest rain. Tiffany, your children are looking down, and they would say, keep your head up, remember to never give up, and that we are safe, we're in the arms of God now. Till we meet again, but until then, you just hold on, keep the faith, yeah. Keep smiling, keep smiling, keep smiling. Hold on, stay strong. Keep smiling, keep smiling. As better days will come. Sometimes you wanna fall down and you feel level to the floor. So you gotta know it's a God up there who will pick you up. Cause I know it's hard sometimes, and you wanna ask God why. But I know TJ and Tamari are looking down, and they would say, hold on to our memories and keep them close to your heart, and don't let go. Please don't let go. And just know you're safe. We're in the arms of God now. Till we meet again, but until then, you just hold on. Keep the faith, yeah. Keep smiling, keep smiling. Hold on. Stay strong. Keep smiling. Because better days will come. Keep smiling. Hold on. Stay strong. Keep smiling. Yeah. This is created with love.
James, you might be the only one ain't crying
Oh,
right now, James.
Jesus.
You might be the only one, James. No, James. We got people in the comments talking about their tears right now, James. Um,
I Man, I just want to tell you thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, I
I'm
am
glad.
so humble right now. Like, thank you so, so much. I was not expecting that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, sister. Thank you.
James, is there something you want to say?
My prayers go out to your family. My condolences, and continue to keep the faith. And I'm glad I could, write this song for you to uplift you and your family. And
Thank you. It was so beautiful.
yeah, I'm glad you love it. I'm glad I could use my gift, to uplift you and your family.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It is beautiful. The song is beautiful. It's perfect. Thank you.
I'm glad. Okay.
One thing, James, before you go down, one thing I want to say is when I wrote James, I told him a lot of things. I told him that Marie was murdered. I told him that TJ was murdered. I told him that you was going through a lot right now. And I told him how it happened. And when I tell you, when I got this song, for him to flip everything that I said to him and made it an uplifting song. Where Tiffany, you can listen to this song at any time you want.
I plan to a lot.
This is your song. You can do whatever you want to do with this song. He produced it, he wrote it, he did the music. Everything is yours now with this song. I have no rights to it. James have no rights to it. This
Wow.
am I right? Am I right, James?
This is your song. It's your song.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my
I'm
God.
glad I could be a blessing to you.
Thank you.
Definitely have been. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
And
God
James,
bless you. God bless you.
I thank you just as well, James, for doing Peachy Tea Time for me. I couldn't thank you enough. I was down on my luck at that time, didn't know what I was gonna do. But that girl right there in the corner kept pushing and pushing and pushing me. And when I reached out to you, I didn't know what you was gonna give me.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it. And I appreciate what you've done for my sister today by blessing her with this song. Now, y'all, James ain't finna be on here all day with us because I told James he gonna come back another day. He gonna come back another day. He gonna sit in the entire show. We gonna tell y'all everything about James on the next show. But James, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough.
Thank you, James. Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Okay, James was taking too long. We love you, James. Thank you.
You got me. You got me.
Did I get you, girl?
You got me. I was not even prepared for that. Like that caught me off guard, but I loved every moment of it. And I know I want to bore the people, but I can't wait to get off this live so that I could go back and replay it. So you hurry up and send it to me as soon as this is
I definitely will. And is it okay with you if we play it again before the end of the show?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, great. So y'all, I see y'all comments. I'm putting them on top of the screen. Look, tell y'all sister to stop. Tara said I can't with you today. But yes, so I'm putting all the comments up. I won't be able to read them all, of course. So, but keep them coming. Keep them coming. We want them coming, don't we, Tiffany? We want
Yes,
them
we
coming.
do. Yes, we do.
So we've been again.
We also want you guys to like and share this video. Everyone out there, we want you to like and share, like and share. We want to get this word out to as many people as we can so that we can somehow come together to figure out a solution.
Exactly.
Not just for my children, but for all children that have lost their lives to gun violence. And like I said at the beginning, so that another mother doesn't have to be sitting here in this seat that I'm sitting in. Because when I tell you this is not the place that you want to be at all. This club is not where it's at for parents that has lost their children to gun violence. No parent deserves to ever go through this kind of pain. It's so excruciating. I can't even describe the way it feels, but I'm trying to stay strong. I'm trying to keep it together, but it's very, very hard, y'all. But I'm really, really trying, because I really, really want to do this show. So I'm trying to stay as strong as I can.
And you definitely are.
So y'all just keep me in y'all prayers and keep praying and asking God to give me strength daily. Me, my son, my family, just please continue to keep us in y'all prayers, and continue to reach out and love on us as well.
All right. Now, y'all are seeing Tiffany's Cash App going across the screen. It ain't got nothing to do with Tiffany. I did this because I just feel like sharing the love in all ways, in all different ways, is a blessing. It's a blessing, you know? So, Tiffany, we're going to get started. You know, we finna go ahead and get into the deep, meaty gritty, whatever you say it. Let's start with TJ. What happened with TJ? How did TJ get murdered? And we're starting with TJ, even though he's the second child born. We're starting with him because he was the first one that was murdered.
Yes. TJ, it was his last day of 6th grade. June 6th was his last day of school. And he always was at, I'm nervous, y'all. I'm trying to get it all together right now. My mind is just bottled every single direction. Just, Lord, give me strength right now. Give me strength right now, Lord Father God. Jesus. Okay, TJ, he was the end of his 6th grade year, last day of school. He wanted to stay the night at my parents' house. One thing about my dad, and he was definitely the father figure in my children's life. And my kids looked up to him and they loved him. Like literally, my boys, they consider my dad their best friend. That's how close they were with my father. He helped to shape and mold them. So I'm so grateful and thankful for him and the role that he played in my children's life as a male figure, first of all. So TJ wanted to go stay the night over there like any other regular night. And that's exactly what he went to do. He went to stay the night at his grandparents' house. And
Okay, she froze, y'all. She gonna come back. Let me see. I'm gonna bring her down for a second. I'm gonna bring her down. And I can still see her, and she still froze. So what I'm going to do right now, until we get my sister unfroze, so she could tell us what happened, I'm going to play a video for y'all. Yes. And this person is a person that I really love. I don't know him. I do not know him. But this is a song that I really, really like. I'm going to play this. And we're going to get Tiffany. Now, when Tiffany get unstuck, she fell back down. When she come back up, I'm going to end the song, okay? So that we won't have to keep holding on. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video right quick. And we're going to wait for Tiffany to come back up. And when she come back up, I'm just going to stop the video.
The saying goes, if it stays, let it stay for a little while. But if it goes, let it go, even if you long for it. What if it leaves and it leaves an open wound that consumes you, and a smile that you put on that's a mile long won't even mask it up? Sinking sand, I fell in sinking sand, sinking in, never to see again. When the blind leads the blind, the best view is from behind. Hindsight 2020, would you still power forward with a look like Dirk, singing shit from the outside? Would you round third, head to my crib in the nighttime? If the head right, probability is high, I'll be there every night. Well, at least a couple times. You can't say that we didn't try. You can't say that we didn't try.
All right, she back, y'all. And now she actually came right back, but I want y'all to get a little taste of Eric Penn right quick. So we better bring Tiffany on up. Let me take Eric Penn down. And here comes Miss Tiff. Hey, boo.
Hey, I had some difficulties over here. I don't know. It shut down over here. I had to
It's okay.
come out and come back in.
Down pack now, girl. When somebody acting right, we go straight to a video. I got it down.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem at all. Now you go ahead and continue.
Trying to get my picture back straight.
Okay.
Okay, and I was just telling everyone how my son lost his life. So June 6th, he stayed the night at his grandparents' house. His last day of elementary school, and he stayed the night over there like any other normal night. And about 12:30ish, somewhere around there, is when the shooting took place. Shots went through my parents' home, and one struck my son and my dad. My daughter, she was actually there that night too. She was sleeping in a different room, and she was untouched and unharmed. TJ was also in another room. He was sleeping in a recliner chair in my parents' one of their back rooms, and my dad was in his bedroom sleep at the time. My dad got shot in the back. TJ got shot in the side, and it pierced through his chest, and it put 2 holes in his heart. And I lost my baby that night, on June 7th. That morning, in the early morning, around 1:30 in the morning, I lost my son. He didn't make it. And that was literally one of the hardest things I ever had to do as a mom. I tell people this all the time. I don't know how other mothers felt when they lost their child, but when I lost him that day, I lost a part of me. I felt my heart break, if that makes sense to anybody. But so when he died that day, a piece of me also died that day with him. And it's been 9.5 years, and it's still not easy to talk about his death that way. But I just want people to be made aware of how gun violence affects those innocent people who are just innocent bystanders. The bullet is not meant for you, but it takes your life, and it takes someone's life that you love, and you can't get that back. And I lost my son at the age of 12 years old. Jesus.
And you know, Tiffany, that right there seems like that was the beginning of a lot of things happening. That was the beginning. Now, we're going to do a little curveball.
Jesus.
6, 7, 8, 9 months later, you dealt with losing your niece.
It was actually a year. TJ passed away June 7th of 2012, and 15 days before his 1-year death anniversary date, my sister, her daughter, was shot and killed at a prom event that was for my daughter, her senior prom. Everybody all dressed up, ready to go to prom, ready to show outfits off, family and friends, we all ready to take pictures, and we go to the meetup spot to take pictures of all the prom. You know, we want to get pictures of everybody in their dresses, and what should have been the most happiest occasion turned into another tragic event. Some guys decided they wanted to come out and they shoot off. They just started shooting right in the middle, in the midst of kids, babies, people dressed ready to go to the prom. And my niece, she was 17 years old at the time of her death, and she lost her life that day also. So I dealt with that in 2013, May 23rd.
Wow. Now for TJ, and for Nene as well. Her name was Nene. Y'all do a balloon release every year.
Yeah, yes, we
You
do.
have heard.
Every year, me and my sister, for our kids' birthdays, for their death days, we always do a balloon release within our family. It's opened up to people, to our community, so we do get a lot of support from our families and our friends. They come out and they support us, and we just take that time to remember them, although they're always with us and we are forever thinking about them, talking about them. But on those dates, their birthdays and their death dates, we use that time to just acknowledge their life so that their legacy can live on forever and ever through us. And that's how we cope and deal with these situations. We come together as a family, and we try to make the most of it. We don't turn it into a sad event, but we just try to celebrate the life that they had with us on earth. And we're also celebrating because they're in heaven. I know where they are. They're in heaven. My babies are in heaven. My sister daughter is in heaven, and I'm confident. I can say that. Like, I know where they at. That is the only thing that brings me peace in enduring their death, is knowing that they are in heaven. They with God. Like, he has my babies. And I'm so grateful and thankful that out of all the mothers in the world, that God chose me. He chose me out of everybody, every mother in this world. He chose me to be their mom and their overseer on earth. And
Yes,
I'm eternally grateful to God for that.
yes, Lord. Look, Tan say, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
And this is Tiffany's sister, you guys, that she's in the comment in the chat with us just as well, who lost her daughter, Nene, through gun violence just as well. Now, you're dealing with that, your son being lost.
Mm-hmm.
You said, call it like it is. Your son being murdered,
Mm-hmm.
your niece being murdered.
Yes.
I remember you told me, Tiffany, and I don't know why, but I'm straying away from the questions. I got the questions right here, but other stuff is coming in my head.
That's okay. Let God use you.
I remember you told me to Neil, this was after Maria got murdered. You said to Neil, when TJ got murdered, it was like your heart was torn in half, shattered. And you said throughout these 9.5 years, it was like it was being sold back up. That's what you said. It was like being sold back up. Like it was finally at that last tie. And then boom, this happens with Maria. In a situation like this, now I always tell you, about 3 years, 2, 3, 4 years before TJ died, God turned your life around. You start going to church more, going through the weekend, you was in the building.
Yes.
And I always tell you that I feel like God was preparing you for the path or the journey that you was about to take. I don't think if a person wasn't close to God, I don't think they can handle it like you handle it. I always tell you you're the strongest person I ever met. And you tell me, Tanil, I'm not as strong as what you think. It's God that's holding me up.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing but God.
Nothing but him.
I said that. But how is it besides God? Because we all know that God is helping you through this.
Mm-hmm.
But what else is helping you deal with a tragedy like this? 2 kids.
Him. It's God. It's God. And I just have to keep saying that because um me right now, and I tell people when they ask me, how are you? I just have to be real and honest with people. I'm broken. I am broken. Um, and I feel like it's just so many pieces. So many different pieces that are just laying all around. And I don't even know where to begin to even pick up those pieces of my life. I don't even know how to put them in order. But I do know that it's not for me to know, but it's God. Everything that he's doing with me, I just keep saying, Lord, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you chose me in this battle. I don't know why I was chosen. But I do know that whatever God's purpose and plan is for my life, that I want to walk in the fullness of it and I want to fulfill it. And if it's through this, if this is my ministry to minister to mothers that have lost their children, if they need to find their way to Christ, if that is where God is leading me to do, to draw those women in, to draw those men in that have lost their children as well. If he is using me as his vessel to fill them up, to pour into other people that are out there going through what I'm going through, then I want him to continue to use me. I want him to continue to strengthen me. I want him to continue to grant me with the tools that I need to be able to speak what he wants me to say to the people. If there's one person out there who I can draw to God, then I know that his work is done. Just one. I just need one. And I hope that someone sees me standing so they know that they can get up too. And I want them to know that too. Just because you're going through, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. So just because you're going through does not mean that God is not walking with you and he's not standing with you, because he is. He's always with us. And I remember having a conversation with you, Tennille. I think the other night I was talking to you and I was just telling you how I buried my daughter August 13th. And we're into the first day in September. And I told you how the phone calls have stopped. People have stopped showing up. People have stopped encouraging me. People have stopped uplifting me. And I'm not in a place to where I'm bitter at that anymore. It's because I know that it's God that draws me strength. That's where I draw my strength from, is from God. So as long as he is there pouring into me, filling me up and comforting me and giving me what I need, I don't hold it against people's hearts that they have fell off. Because like I shared with you many, many times before, I said, I have to understand that their life didn't change. My life changed. My life was impacted. My life got turned upside down. So I have to remember that they have their own lives and their own paths and their own purposes in life. And this is what God has blessed me with. So I have to embrace it. I have to make something positive out of this negative situation. If I don't, I will go crazy. So I have to use whatever God has planted inside of me. I have to use that to be able to go forth and still move forward in love.
Exactly.
Because it's important that I keep my peace. I have to bring that up. I have to keep my peace.
Girl, you can bring up whatever you want to bring up on the platform. This is your platform right now. This is your stepping stool.
And I just
No, you're right.
that, like even during this time, me just losing my daughter right now, there was a lot of people that I felt like were connected to me that was supposed to be in my life forever. But since I've lost my daughter, God has revealed to me so many people that can't go with me into the next season that he's taking me. And I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's been long-term relationships. I'm talking 20-year plus relationships that God has separated me from. And I'm okay with that, because if God is in the midst of what I'm going through and what I'm dealing with, I know that he will put the people in place that can continue to water the seed that he has placed inside of me. And I know that I just can't ask for nothing else.
Amen.
I'm grateful.
Well, I'm going to play this next clip. And if we could go ahead and mute ourselves. And here we go.
This pain is a pain I cannot explain. That pain is, oh my God, it's unbearable. You have to get to know a new you. You're not the person that you were before you lost your child.
These mothers are fed up. They're tired of begging for justice for their murdered children in press conferences, and they are sick of going to funerals. When Bernice Reed's niece, Sharonda, lost her son in October, he was the 9th member of their family to be murdered.
His life being snatched away has just caused an insurmountable amount of pain and heartache.
I thought I'd be gone before either one of my kids. And I just don't want nobody else to feel that pain. It hurt. And people don't understand that it's not going to never stop hurting.
After watching the students from Parkland, Florida take on the gun debate in their state capital, and with President Trump, these Detroit moms who have to live this loss every day decided to join the fight.
And I think that there is a hurt in everybody in our nation. Whether you're black or white, Republican or Democrat. And I think that because these children have the ear of the nation right now, I think that we should stand with them, because one person can say a sentence, but 10,000 people speaking the same sentence is so powerful, and change is on the horizon.
We stretching out for the universe to see that we coming in numbers.
Mothers like Winter Bowden and Pat Neal say they don't want the government to take guns from lawful gun owners, but they say illegal guns and weapons like the AR-15s used in the Florida and Las Vegas mass shootings are just too easy to come by.
We have people that can't sleep at night because we're worried about the gun violence. We're worried about retaliation. That's why a lot of us are CPL holders, just because of we don't know what the next man has. I can't go to the gas station in my own city. Why? Because we don't know who's sitting at the pump next to me, whether it's across their chest with a 50 round drum, or if it's a 2-shooter on their hip. A bullet is a bullet, and it has no name on it.
Now these mothers have formed a group called FOLLOW, which stands for Our Loved Ones.
When you take a life, you kill the whole family.
Bowden says they hope to meet with lawmakers soon to find some solutions to mental illness and the lack of jobs in Detroit's neighborhoods. They also want everyone in Metro Detroit who may know something about a crime that's been committed, or if they've noticed strange behavior in a friend or neighbor, to speak up.
That your neighbor next door, your friend around the corner, the one at the grocery store, you saw his intentions. You already know. You slept with him. You woke up next to him. Give us a call, 911.
If you would like to hear more about each of these mothers' stories.
Now, that right there was so powerful. And we got a second clip to go with that just as well. That's part of our motivation for the night. To me, a lot of people knows a lot of different things, but they just won't talk. They just won't talk. Now, I'm finna put this on the screen. For anybody that's watching, you know, I'm sure the killers is not watching Peachy Tea Time and Peachy News. But we don't know who you know. You may know somebody or have heard something or have heard somebody else talking about it. So that's why this is at the bottom of the screen. Now, Tiffany, tell us, have you been getting the help that you feel like you should be getting in Saginaw, Michigan?
Um,
As
I,
far as the police and the mayor, are they supporting you like they're supposed to be supporting you?
absolutely not. I just want to go back to when my daughter first was killed, July 31st of 2021.
Yes, I'm sorry. Tell everybody what happened with that. That was supposed to come before the stuff on the bottom of the screen. But go ahead, tell us what happened.
Okay, your microphone is like staticking in my ear.
Yeah, hold on. Let me bring it down. I'm gonna bring it back up, y'all. I'm bringing it back up. But go ahead.
Okay. So you want me to talk about the night that she was killed?
Yes.
The night that she was killed, now she was at a party. It was a house party at a house. She was with her friends and family, and they were at a party. And I was out of town at the time, and all I know is I got the most devastating call that I could ever hear on the other end of that phone, and that was my son. And it was around 11 o'clock that night, and I got a call from him telling me, "Mama, you got to come home. My sister got shot in the back." That is what he said. My heart dropped immediately. I was It put me back in that space all over again that I felt when I lost TJ. And all I kept saying when he first told me, I immediately went into prayer. And I just started praying and saying, "Lord, cover her, keep her, protect her." I said, "Lord, you go before her to the hospital. You go before the surgeons. You place the best people in her care." I say, because I know, Lord, I know you're not finna take another one of my babies away. This is what I'm talking to God, trying to get home, because I just knew like there was no way I could get dealt this card twice. Like there's no way I could go through this again. And so I'm calling, trying to drive home. I'm an hour and 40 minutes away from home. The longest hour and 40 minutes of my life trying to get to my kid. Every emotion is flowing out of me, and I'm just trying to stay positive. I'm trying to keep praying, and it was agonizing just trying to get to her. And I was about 30 minutes from the hospital when I called back to check on her, and they told me she had passed. And Jesus. I just lost it. I was screaming, hollering, just everything. And I started questioning God. I started questioning him, and it wasn't questioning him, telling him like that I was mad or angry with him. I wasn't mad or angry with him, but I really started asking God, like, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this? What did I do? Did I not do something that you told me to do? Was I disobedient to you, God? Like, what is it that I did for me to deserve this again? Like, this can't happen to me twice. I just felt completely lost. Like I was just taken by surprise. And as I make it to the hospital and I get in there to they let me inside the emergency door. And I'm standing there speaking to the police officers, which, by the way, law enforcement in Saginaw, Michigan, when it comes to any type of gun violence and patient is rushed to the emergency, they put the hospitals on lockdown, which I'm not knocking that. They should put the hospitals on lockdown. But what they shouldn't do is treat the victims' mothers, fathers, family members as if they are the criminals. And unfortunately, this is the behavior that's going on within the Saginaw Police Department. Whenever they are at a event or anything, when they show up, they you are treated so nasty, so disrespectful. And that's exactly what I experienced the day I walked into that ER when they told me my baby had passed away over the phone. And when I walked in there and I'm trying to find out who is the lead detective, who do I talk to? Well, a guy approached me and he told me that he was a detective, that his name was Detective Taylor. But I'm asking him questions like, what happened to my baby? He was literally standing there with a smirk on his face, just nonchalant, as if my child's body, if her life, as if she didn't matter in this world to him. And that bothered me. That really, truly bothered me when I seen him acting like that. Like I was floored at the disrespect that he was showing me and the compassion. He didn't show any compassion towards me whatsoever. And I'm her mother. And I had to sit here and tell him that. I said, sir, that's my child in there. That's my baby in there. And I'm like, what happened to her? He's shrugging his shoulders. I don't know. I say, well, can I please go see my baby? No, you can't. Not right now. Well, why not? Why can't I come see my baby? Like y'all just told me she passed away. Why can't I go in there and see her? Well, you have to sign paperwork for her first. I say, well, how do I know to sign paperwork for her if I don't even know if that's her body laying back there? Like, can I please go back there and see my daughter? He was so nasty and so rude, just shrugging his shoulders like he didn't have no answers for me. I literally had to tell this man, I said, listen, I said, you don't have to be mean, rude, or disrespectful. I said, if you don't have any information for me regarding my daughter in there, I said, I'm done talking to you. And as a detective, he literally turned around and walked away from me. But the police officers were so rude to, my family and stuff. It's like, it's unbelievable at the lack of support that you get from the Saginaw Police Department. It's terrible. It's terrible. And nobody reached out to me. Not one law enforcement. The mayor didn't, from the city of Saginaw. She didn't reach out. Nobody reached out. It's like, how can you lose your child, not one, but two? How can you lose your child in a city? The law enforcement, the city mayor, nobody recognizes the death of your children. It's like they don't care. And it's like the next day come, they just go on with their lives as if your child life don't matter. Treat my child, treat her with the same love, compassion that you would treat if this was your own child that was laying here dead.
Yeah.
And they need to do so much better as a city. It took 3 weeks, 3 weeks later before I was contacted by a detective. And that was only because I kept calling around and I kept talking to people, which they started making phone calls on my behalf, trying to locate the right detective, the lead detective that was on my daughter's case. It took them 3 weeks before I heard anything, any kind of contact with the law enforcement. And to me, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable for any city. When any child lose their life to gun violence, that whole city should be shaken up. It should wake the whole entire city up.
Exactly.
And as mayor of that city, you need to be knocking on that parent's door, giving them your condolences on behalf of Saginaw, the city of Saginaw, whom you are city mayor to. You need to be showing some type of compassion for your community, for the people that's a part of this community. There is no way that any mother should have to lose their child and law enforcement not immediately step in. Why do I, as a mother, a grieving mother, why do I have to contact law enforcement regarding my daughter's death? Why? That's unacceptable to me. And I'm sick and tired of it.
Now, I want to say this. Because a lot of people, including myself, and maybe you too sometimes, the first thing we want to say is, well, I know they had to been white, or I know they must have been black. Well, let's put this on the table right now. The detective was what? White or black?
The detective that I met at the hospital, he was a white man, the one that was so rude to me.
Okay.
The lead detective that's on my daughter's case, he is, I believe he's Hispanic. I don't want to get his nationality wrong, but his name is Antonio Taylor, whom, by the way, is not the same Detective Taylor that I met at the hospital. This Detective Taylor that is the lead detective on my daughter's case, he is part of the Michigan State Police Department. That is who is handling her case. But being a citizen of Saginaw, Michigan, where I was born and raised at, for the city officials in my city not to acknowledge the fact that we have some kids that were murdered by gun violence, and for them not to show up, that's unacceptable. Like, they have to do better. They have to do better for our community. How can you say bridge the gap between law enforcement and the community if y'all are the law enforcement and y'all the ones not trying to bridge the gap? Y'all need to be out here working y'all communities, getting out of y'all police cars. Stop walking around here pretending like y'all scared, because y'all not scared when y'all ready to pull over innocent people when they're not doing anything in the street at all. Y'all not scared then to come on the east side of Saginaw and take care of business. So I need y'all to give that same energy, that same drive that y'all give, period. Y'all need to put that same energy into solving these murders. Like, this is ridiculous. This Saginaw city is the population here is very small compared to other cities. So there is no way that a murder can happen in this city and law enforcement is not out there trying to solve the murders. They have to do better. They want the community to come together, and they want the community to speak up and speak out. Well, the only problem that I have right now is that I'm speaking up and I'm speaking out, and I'm not getting any results at all. So tell me what is wrong with this picture. Tell me what is wrong with this city. Tell me what is wrong with this community that I am sitting here begging the law enforcement, the city councils, the people that sit on the city councils in our city. I'm sitting here begging these people to please, let's do something. Let's do something to keep our kids safe. We cannot keep allowing them to go to events, whether I'm having a party in my backyard or not. Maybe they need to make whoever house you're at, maybe that person needs to be accountable for people at their homes. Then maybe people won't show up at these events. Maybe when somebody have a party at their house, they need to say, okay, well, if something happens, then that homeowner or the person that's in that house, then maybe they need to be take accountability for whatever happens at their home when somebody is injured or shot. Maybe they need to take ownership. Maybe that needs to be something that they should have. Like, maybe they should be taken accountable for that.
And I agree with you on that. If they gonna sit there and come knock on your door to take you to jail because your child ain't been to school in 30 days, you mean to tell me these folks can't be responsible for having all these kids at their house having a party with these guns?
Thank you.
Something ain't right.
Both of my children were murdered in two different scenarios. My son was at his grandparents' house, sleep. And somebody decided for whatever reason to do a drive-by. My parents, they in their 70s. There is nothing that should make anybody want to do a drive-by at your grandparents. Like, that's just ridiculous. And I don't like when people say, oh, you're at the wrong place at the wrong time. Somebody actually said that about my son. They actually said, oh, he was at the wrong place. No, he wasn't at the wrong
house.
He was at his grandparents' house. The place that I grew up at. That's my home. That's considered my home to this day. He was at the safest place he could have possibly been.
Next
to his grandparents' house. And my son still lost his life. Still lost his life to somebody being ignorant and stupid and just careless and not caring. Whenever you take the risk of shooting through someone's home or shooting through large crowds of people, you're gonna have a disaster. It's gonna be bloodshed. And 9 times out of 10, guess what? It's not gonna be for the person who was the intended target, if there was an intended target at all.
Exactly.
And I love the women when they were speaking in that video. And when the one mother said that bullet don't have no name, it don't. It don't. Once you pull that trigger and that bullet is released out of that gun, you don't know which direction that bullet is finna go to. You don't know who is finna hit. You don't know who life is finna take. So I just want to know, why do these boys out here that's around here handling these guns, why they not trying to pick up a book and learn how to read instead of trying to shoot guns anyways, but
take it a step further. They have shooting ranges for a reason. And some of y'all may not even knew that these shooting ranges, they give classes for you to learn how to shoot, for you to learn to shoot at your target. So you got all these kids, hundreds, thousands, millions of kids, even adults, that is not trained how to use these guns. And they just hopping in these cars with their friends. Well, I'm not going to call them their friends. Hopping in these cars with the devils and just decide to just go ride and we finna spray. They say they going to get the person, but they're not trained. They're not even trained to use these type of guns that they're getting. How they're getting them, I still don't know. Can't nobody get no package of weed through the mail. You can't go to the airport with your gun. How in the world is these little kids getting these guns? Tiffany, we finna go on to another commercial. If you got to use the bathroom, now is the time. And then we're going to come right back and we're going to discuss this clip. But I'm going to show this commercial and then I'm going to go straight into the clip. Hold on, let me bring it up for y'all. If you want to go ahead, Tiffany, you go right on ahead. Y'all know how we do. We got to get it in. We got to get it in. Now, this next one that we're going to play when we come back from this commercial, Tiffany, this one is a mother that lost 2 kids just as well. So here we go, y'all. We've been getting to the commercial and then we're going to go into the video. Here we go.
On a murder case, hopes to bring justice for a Nashville family. 3 years after a man was gunned down in the middle of the day in North Nashville, his mother begs for answers. As News Channel 5's Matthew Torres reports, this isn't the first time she's lost a son to gun violence.
3 years ago, 23-year-old Roderick Mason was shot and killed in an alley here on 14th Avenue North. It was bright and sunny like today, and people were around. But his mother says those with information have not come forward, leaving this case unsolved.
This is the picture everybody liked. Yeah.
Just 2 days before Roderick Mason's birthday,
You had to know him. He was funny.
his family's forced to remember an event far from a celebration.
Today is the day Roderick was killed.
The 23-year-old, also known by his nickname KD, was shot and killed in an alley in North Nashville.
They shot him 12 times.
Police say 2 young men drove away in a dark gray or green Nissan car with custom rims and tinted windows. To this day, no one has been arrested despite leads.
It's hard because I do want some type of justice for KD.
Losing a child to gun violence, unfortunately, isn't new for this mother. In August 1999, her eldest son, Montrell, was shot in the back of the head, his killer serving a life sentence. Broderick was just 7 years old at the time.
Losing one child is a hard pill to swallow, but losing two, I have lost two. And I still grieve. I grieve every day. I think about them, think about both of them. What would life be if they was here with me?
With a new detective handling Roderick's case, her hope is getting closure once and for all.
If you know something, just give me closure. Let Katie have his justice.
The case remains open, so if anyone wants to report information to police anonymously, they can do so by calling the Metro Crime Stoppers at 615-74-CRIME. Reporting in North Nashville, I'm Matthew Torres, News Channel 5.
You know, y'all, and that's another thing that I don't understand. They make it to where it's anonymous. You can be anonymous. You don't have to give your name. They even, Tiffany, your mute button is on. They even give you money. They give you money to contact them so that you can tell who done did it. Because you best believe somebody know. Now, I must say this. The police, I feel, the only way the police know what's going on is because they hear from somebody else. If you was not there in the moment and literally saw it, you don't know. But people get to talking. I believe that the police know what's going on. I believe it. I believe that when you are a mother and you're out there trying to get justice, I feel like these police officers sometimes take them for jokes. Even fathers take them for jokes too. Until you start applying pressure. And Tiffany, you know I talked to you about that. Now, one thing I did not tell you was that I called. I called and I talked to Detective Taylor. And that bastard told me, he told me, I'll be honest. He said, and you are who? I said, I am Tennille Davis. I ain't say the missus, y'all. I ain't say the missus. I said, I am Tennille Davis. You know, I called like I had some sense. I said, Tiffany is my sister / friend, but sister. I said, and I'm just trying to see if you guys are doing anything with the case. He told me, you are not Tiffany. He said, so I can't give you any information. I said, you can't tell me anything? He said, I can't tell you anything. I said, well, tell me this. Are y'all even trying to find her killers? And he said, yes. He said, yes, we're trying. And when I got off the phone, Tiffany, I called Pooley. And I said, Pooley, they wouldn't give me no information. I said, I don't think that's right. You know, you had already been going through enough. I didn't want to come and bombard you with it. So I'm like, why they won't tell me? And Pooley was like, because to them, they're not supposed to tell you. He said, but guess what? I said, what? He said, that don't mean you stop calling. He said, that's where the pressure comes in at. So with that being said, I'm going to put this damn banner up again. I want y'all to take this number down. And that's what we're going to do. Apply pressure. They're not going to tell you. Let me go ahead. Hold on. It's 770-3700 because it's making me lag a little bit. 989-777. What was 3700? I think I had it up there.
That was it.
That was it? Okay, I'm finna put it up here, y'all. And it's, hold on, Detective Taylor, Tayler. He still works there. He is there. There's the number. If everybody call this number, keep calling. It's called applying pressure. They don't want us to keep calling. You know, my TT is on here. You know my TT, my mama's sister.
Yes.
She said we need to contact the NAACP. You know, and that's what we're going to do. My TT Jean, I know she got to be part of them. We've been a member of it since I was a little girl because of TT Jean. So I'm gonna talk to TT Jean about it and see, how can we get in contact with the NAACP? Because, like you said, you've lost not only one, you've lost two. Have they found TJ's killer?
No, my son's murder still has not been solved. His case is a cold case right now. It's been 9.5 years. I did try to contact the police department. It has been a few years ago. I'm transparent with you guys about everything. So I'm gonna be truthful with you. And I was trying to find the detective that was on his case, or either a detective that they could assign to reopen his case. And I haven't had any luck with that. I kept calling and calling and calling, but then, like Tennille said, I quit applying pressure, and they didn't give me the help that I needed then, but they're going to give me some help now. So this is why I wanted to do this interview. It's not just for me and just for me losing my children, but it's for the mothers in our city, period, that keep having to bury our babies, and there's nothing being done about it. Like, literally everybody wakes up the next day and goes on with their life as if that murder never happened. That should not be happening in the city, especially not a city as small as Saginaw, Michigan.
Thank you.
There is no way that a mother loses their child, and I can't say this enough. There is no way a mother, a father should lose their child. And our city officials, our law enforcement, our city mayor, there is no way that they should not be reaching out to us to show us support, compassion, and offer us the resources and tools that we need so that our kids' murders can get solved. We got too many homicides running around Saginaw for Saginaw to be this small. We got to do better, and we got to quit talking about it, but we have to do better. And if the community needs to come together, and what we need to do is we need to get out and start voting. We need to start checking the backgrounds of the city officials that we are placing in office. We need to check their backgrounds, see where they come from, see if they're qualified to take on these roles, instead of just putting people into positions where they are not being beneficial at.
Exactly.
Because that's the stand that I'm gonna take from now on. Like, I want to see this city turn around. I grew up in this city. Everybody has such a bad taste in their mouth when they talk about Saginaw, Michigan. And a lot of people are like, are you gonna move? Are you gonna move? No, I'm not moving. Not right now. Not as of right now, I'm not. Like, ain't nobody in my city about to run me up out of my city. Yes, I'm sick and tired of what we have to endure here in our city, and that they make our streets unsafe for our children. But I'm not going nowhere. And if the good Lord allow me to relocate or move somewhere else, guess what? I'm still going to be rallying and still going to be promoting the city of Saginaw, because I still want this city to be changed. It has to change for our kids. We have to start creating safe environments for our children. I remember when I was a little girl just going to the skate rink. It was security at the skate rink. You had people checking you in. You couldn't get in the skate ring with guns, or you couldn't, you know what I'm saying?
We couldn't even get in the BV with a gun.
You're right.
Yes, we had metal detectors at our high school. We had metal detectors at our high school.
And then just even our kids going out, even to the movies, it was security. We had security guards at the movie theater. Why are there not law enforcement at these events to keep our kids safe? Why should our kids have to stay at home and not live their lives, not getting out doing stuff in their community without being safe? We need to keep our children safe. That's the bottom line for me. We need to keep them safe, because the law enforcement, to me, they're not going to do it. So it's up to us, the community, to keep our kids safe. And if we want to organize a party or a get together at our house, then you need to hire some security at your home to make sure that everybody at your home is protected, because you should be held responsible. If something happens at your house to somebody at your house, you should be held accountable for that. Period.
Now for Marie's funeral, so that everybody know you serious and you about business on here. You ain't just fronting. For Marie, now you already dealing with the loss of your child, the loss of your second child. But here for her funeral, you wanted to make sure that every single person was safe. What did you do? Can you hear me, Tiffany? Yeah, she froze. Tiffany hired, I'll say it for her. Tiffany hired security for her daughter's funeral to make sure that each and every one is safe. She didn't have to do that, but she did. I'm going to bring it down, y'all. We're going to let her come back up again. But first, we're going to go ahead. Oh, here she go. Here she go. We ain't even got to go into the rest of Eric Penn. We ain't got to go to the rest of Eric Penn. But tell them that you hired security.
I did. Yes, I took the necessary precautions that I had to take to allow my daughter's viewing and her funeral service, which followed the next day.
I
took it upon myself, and I hired my own security, because I didn't want people having to worry about somebody shooting up a funeral, because that does happen here in the city of Saginaw. I just want people to be aware of that. That's just how ignorant these kids act. So yeah, they've been known to shoot up funerals, repasses. They do that. This is the type of ignorant stuff that's going on in our city, in our community, and these police officers act like they can't put these little young boys' butts, lock them up somewhere. They know who they is. They know doggone well who they is. A handful of them. They know who they is. They need to get them off the streets. So I took the necessary precautions that I felt was necessary for me and my family, and I hired my own security.
Exactly. Now, was it expensive to do that? Because most people, they had these get together, they had these parties. Now, I'm gonna say I had a party for Pooley 5 years ago. 5 years ago, where I rented a hall and had people come, and it never even came across my mind to hire security. And I probably would have thought off the back, oh, I know that's gonna be too much money to hire security. But at the same time, if it's gonna keep people safe, and the people that you invited, is definitely
worth it. It's definitely worth it. It was not. Hello?
I can hear you. It went a little low. It went a little low.
I can't hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it back down. You gotta bring it back down, y'all. We're gonna come back up. We're gonna bring it back up. Let me see. Our phone was ringing.
Here.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? She can't hear me, y'all. I'm gonna bring
you.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Yes, I'm back.
Girl, we're about to go into a video.
No, I don't go into another video right now. But
exactly. Now, was it expensive?
No, it wasn't. It was actually pretty reasonable. The security service that I hired was Dakota Security here in Saginaw. The owner of this company, he's actually a brother of mine at my church, and he has an awesome security team that he has, and it's really not that pricey. And to me, it's worth the money. If you are willing to have a party and you're willing to have 70 to 100 people in your house, and you can't watch all these people, and you're having a house party, whatever the case may be, it's to hire them. It will cost you. How do I want to say it? It would make your heart at ease to know that everybody at your house is safe.
Yes.
Because that is the main priority. We want to keep our children safe. So from here on out, any type of event that I myself personally host, or my family host, or any type of gathering that we may have, I'm going to have Dakota Security. They will be present.
All right.
And if I have to send them with my son, with my nieces, my nephews, my close friends, if they're going away to an event or something, and if I want to feel at ease, I will hire them to go keep watch over them too as well. I'm going to do what I have to do to keep my family and my friends safe, because guess what? Our law enforcement, they're not doing the job. And this is my thing. And I know y'all probably tired of me talking about the law enforcement, but I'm so disappointed.
They ain't tired. They better not be tired.
I'm so disappointed in the city of Saginaw, the law enforcement. I'm so disappointed. If they don't have the right amount of law enforcement, if they don't have enough police officers, bring somebody in here that can do the job that they can't do. That's where I'm at with it. If you can't do the job, say you can't do the job, and get some help.
Exactly.
Get some help. Go outside of your jurisdiction. Go outside of your means. And the law enforcement, bring somebody in. Bring somebody else in to do what y'all can't do. That's what I need them to do. Bring somebody else in that because y'all walk around here like y'all really got Saginaw together. It's not together. It's not together. We got so much work here that has to be done, but it has to be unity. It has to be a whole. Even our churches need to start working together and come together, because we all serve one God and we are all part of his body. So we need to start working together as that body so that we can start seeing results. It doesn't matter what type of accolades you think you may have at your church, or if you a bishop or a minister or a pastor or whatever title you wear. At the end of the day, we all serve one God and we all are a part of God's body. So we need to come together as that one body so that we can get this city moving. And everybody just quit talking about it. I'm out here trying to reach out to resources because I don't know where to go. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. I don't know where to go. I don't know who to call. I don't know who to contact. That's why I'm reaching out, so that somebody can help me and tell me what it is I need to do. And I'm going to keep talking, and I'm going to keep talking, and I'm going to keep talking until I get some help, because that is what I'm asking for. I'm literally begging the people in my community, begging the people in my city to help me find a solution. Help me to contact the resources or the people that I need. Help me to get in contact with them so that we can see some change going on in our community. And I want to be here as a representation for all parents, because when I tell y'all I'm tired.
And Tiffany, you had 3 kids.
Yes, I have 3 children. Yes, I do.
And Mariana's left, basically.
Yes.
You got Mariana.
I have my baby boy. He is here with me.
And he's 19.
And he will be 19.
He'll be 19. I'm sorry.
He will be 19 this year. And I have one baby that's physically here with me on earth, but all 3 of my children they will forever be in my hearts, no matter what.
Exactly.
And I was talking to this couple about a week into my daughter's death, and he had told me that people always say, "Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for your loss." And I'm trying to get out of the habit of even using that word for myself. He said, "You didn't lose your children." He said, "They just transition to another location." He said, "And you guys just have a different form of communication now." But he said, "You didn't lose them. You always carry them in your heart." So I just want that statement to just set in the other mothers' hearts, to set in their minds. And we need to get out of saying we lost our children. We haven't lost them. We carry our kids forever in our hearts. We have them with us for the rest of our life. We have the best part of them that the world don't even get to have. We still hold that in our hearts.
Exactly.
We get to carry that. So that should encourage you and give you the strength that you need to hold your head up high and to still know that we got work to do out here. And I pray and hope that this reaches as many grieving parents as possible. And I pray that this will connect me with other women around the world that are going through.
Yes.
I want to be connected with y'all. I want us all to come together. I want us all to be unified because, man, I'm telling you, with the battle that we're facing, we can do it. We can do it. We are strengthened in numbers. We can do it. We can do this.
You're right, Tiff. You're right. You know, I always try to figure out what the hell I'm doing on Peachy Tea Time and what's going on. You know, I'm always wondering. And I finally feel like I figured it out. You know what I'm saying? My peoples got something they got to say. And they need to be able to get it out. So with that being said, anybody, I don't care who it is, anybody that has lost a child, lost a loved one, and they still have not found the killers, come to Peachy Tea Time. I will do all I can to put your word out there, to put the name out there. It's sad that my friend, kids, is now hashtag Tamarie, hashtag TJ, hashtag Nene. But guess what? Nene's killer was found. TJ's killer can be found. Marie killers can be found. You just got to apply pressure. You have to keep putting the names out there. Don't let them be forgotten. I don't know for a fact. I mean, I've lost a child, but not a child in the flesh. But it got to be hard and difficult, Tiffany, to wake up each and every day knowing that your child is gone. And that's how so many deaths are being swept under the rug, because a lot of parents just can't take the extra burden and stress of constantly being reminded of it by calling the police, going down to the mayor, going to do this. Hey, what y'all doing? You got to keep trying anyways.
Because that's what they want you to do. They want us to give up. They want us to give up. They want us to give up, but we cannot give up. We cannot. We are so much stronger in unity than they are. If we keep talking, if we keep pressuring them, like Tennille said, apply the pressure, something has to shake the tree. It has to. It has to. We cannot continue to keep going on like this. And we cannot continue to keep having these types of interviews and live videos. Like, enough is enough. Like, we need to see change, real change.
Exactly.
Real change.
Exactly. So with that being said, I am officially, I'm going to continue to do Peachy News like I always do. But as of today, I want to dedicate Peachy News to every single mother out there. And when I say single, I don't mean single as in you're alone. I'm every mother out there, every father that's out there that has lost a child to gun violence. I want to dedicate Peachy News to that. So anybody, when I say anybody across the United States, if you've dealt with something that Tiffany's going through right now, reach out to me. Let's see if we can apply some pressure. Tiffany, we ain't done with Marie. The man gonna get tired of me. He gonna get tired of me. And he gonna get tired of our Peachy people, Peachies and Mr. Peachtas. Because we're going to keep calling. It's important, y'all. You have to continue to call. Yeah. And again, his name is Detective Taylor. Detective Taylor. Okay? Now, Tiffany, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead. We're going to get into our new song. I'm sorry. Your new song. We're going to get into your new song. Then we're going to get into our motivation. After we do that, then we're going to come back. I'm going to give my commentary. And then, baby, I'm going to let you end the show tonight. That's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna let you end the show. Now, when you end the show, you're going to have to make sure you do it just like the missus. You know, yeah, you're going to have to. You're going to tell them that they got to listen to the babies. You got to tell them listen to the babies. And when you say listen to the babies, that's my cue to hit the button. Okay. All right.
Tell them listen to the babies. Okay.
You ain't got to do the misses with the kisses. You don't have to do all that. You ain't got that. I got that for you.
So if you do the misses with the kisses, then I'll say, gotta listen to the babies.
Yeah, well, they're gonna do it that way because you ain't do that part just right. She ain't do it right, did she? It's the misses with the kisses.
That's why you do it, and I'm not. That's why you the host of your show.
Girl, you know I try to do what I can, bro. I'm trying to do what I can. But we finna get into this song again, our video of the night. Tiffany's song, which is called Keep Smiling, a very uplifting song that was written by James Gilmore. Yeah, James Gilmore. He will be back on the show again. He does this for his business. So I hope you guys like it. For the ones that have not heard it yet, I hope you like it. If it's something that you're interested in, wait till he come back on the show. Okay? Wait till he come back on the show. And then y'all put y'all orders in. Okay. Now, as of right now, only thing I'm taking calls and all that for is for tomorrow. Y'all need the number or y'all need Tiffany number. So y'all can talk to Tiffany, give her some words of encouragement, all that stuff. That's the only thing I'm helping right now for. Now, James gonna come back. And when James come back, then y'all can holler at James. So, Tiffany, again, baby, this one is for you. I love you dearly, and I can't thank James enough for this. Here we go.
This song is dedicated to my sister, Tiffany. Yeah. Check it out. No one can explain something so tragic, like losing your loved ones, the ones that's closest to you. But there's a God who can ease your pain, and bring the sunshine through the heaviest rain. Tiffany, your children are looking down, and they would say, keep your head up, remember to never give up, and that we are safe, we're in the arms of God now. Till we meet again, but until then, you just hold on, keep the faith, yeah. Keep smiling, keep smiling, keep smiling. Hold on, stay strong, stay strong. Keep smiling, keep smiling. As better days will come. Sometimes you wanna fall down and you feel level to the floor. So you gotta know it's a God up there who will pick you up. Cause I know it's hard sometimes, and you wanna ask God why. But I know TJ and Tamari are looking down, and they would say, hold on to our memories and keep them close to your heart, and don't let go. Please don't let go. And just know you're safe. We're in the arms of God now. Till we meet again, but until then, you just hold on, keep the faith, yeah. Keep smiling, keep smiling, keep smiling. stay strong. Keep smiling, keep smiling, keep smiling. Because better days will come. Keep smiling, keep smiling. Hold on, stay strong. Keep smiling, keep smiling, keep smiling. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is created with love from your sister, Tennille, the missus. Yeah.
All right, that's for you, baby. That's for you.
Sister,
That's for
I
you.
am
I
so
had him put my name in there.
I am so humbly grateful. Like you have no idea. And I really, really just believe that in my heart that, man, that song is going to get me through some rough days that I have ahead. And I just want to say thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
So much. It is definitely a beautiful song. So beautiful. Oh my God.
Oh, this is James. He said, "This is James Gilmore. Thanks for having me on the show. Glad I could be a blessing to you and your family, Tiffany. Keep smiling. God bless." Oh,
thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
yes, that was so beautiful. It really was. It was so beautiful. Now, your brother, girl, your brother, they commented on here. I love you, sister. I love you, sister. We love you too, James.
I love you
Look,
too.
James and Willie. We love both of y'all asses.
That's it. Slim and James.
Yes. So we finna go ahead, do our motivation for tonight. Tiffany always say that's one thing she love about my show is the motivation. Tiffany, this motivation is a little different from the one that I usually play. This one I felt like I had to play. It was very touching to me. I felt like it was something that needed to be heard. And I really hope that everyone stick around and listen to it to the entirety because this woman has something to say. So everybody, Tiffany, please hit your mute button. I'll hit mine, and here we go.
This is for all the loved ones that has been lost to senseless gun violence. We're going to represent all the family members, fathers, siblings, the children, the whole family. When you take a life, you kill the whole family. And we're going to make a movement. And we're not going to just rally one day and then stop. We're going to keep going until we bring about change, till something changes. We need people to speak up. Snitching has nothing to do with speaking up. When you kill a person in cold blood, it is your duty to call the authorities, to tell them if you know what happened. It has nothing to do with killing a human being like an animal in the street. So if you see something, say something. Don't wait till it hits your front door and then you decide to say, oh, well, I want to tell it now. No, it could be your neighbor's daughter or their husband. Or if you know it, say it. And it shouldn't have to be about money either. We need to start in the homes first with the parents. So if your child is outside killing cats and dogs in the backyard, and this is your child,
And you know
about it, so you say to yourself, well, this is not normal. What do I do? Because this is my child. I don't want anybody to know I'm afraid to get help for my child. No, you pick up the phone and you go get help for your child. Because so 5 years old, they're in the backyard burning and killing cats and dogs. And this is not a color thing, okay? They're a little monster right then, but they will become a big monster when they get old enough. You can't control them then. Then now you don't want to have anything to do with them. If you are afraid of your child in your home and they are controlling your home, They're walking around in your home with a pistol on their side, and you saying it's okay, then you are actually saying it's okay for them to go and kill somebody else's child, somebody else's mother, somebody else's father. You are part of the problem too. When you know it's wrong, do something about it, even if it is your child. I wouldn't hide my children, aid and embed them. If the law is looking for them, I would do the proper thing and take them in instead of hiding them in my home so SWAT can come in and kill everybody. No, that doesn't make sense. Do the right thing. Do the right thing as parents. Raise them in the way they should go. Because until you lose one, you don't know the pain. You don't know what it feels like. This pain is a pain I cannot explain. You have to live whether you want to live or not. You have to keep going. A child gets killed. Another thing that bothers me with people in the city, we see these things on the TV, business as usual the next day. Oh, it's not my daughter. It's not my son. It's not my aunt. It's not my father. I'm not getting involved. Only when it hits their front door. And I'm telling you, I've had many people reach out to me over Facebook and Instagram after it hit their front door. Don't wait. Hit your front. Don't wait. I loved you. I miss my baby. I'm sorry, but I miss my baby. And it's been 4 years. We don't have recreation centers anymore. We don't have resources for the children. When they get out of school, they hanging on the corner with the grown folks, and they're not doing kiddie stuff. They're not playing hopscotch anymore. They're not playing red light, green light, Simon Says, like we did when we were children. And even when you go to the playground, you're scared to send your kids to the playground because they may get killed at the playground because you got people. There is no control. We are out of control. The system is out of control. What do we do to change this? Our babies are dying, and I want it to stop. And I need your help. I need the community's help. We need your help for this to stop.
I saved that for last because when I saw that, all I could say was this woman shows speaking the truth.
Mm-hmm.
In all areas, she's speaking the truth.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
We was all brought up that you shouldn't snitch, don't tell nothing. You know, even if you don't even care about snitching, you could be one of the people that I tell what happened, but I'm afraid that they may come after me next because our polices and the mayor and everybody's not protecting us. But I'm here to tell y'all. We don't need them to protect us because we got God. And God gonna protect us. Believe it.
You better say it.
If you know anything, tell it. The biggest reward that you can get is by telling something that you know that was not right.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany, you can go ahead. You gotta close us out, baby. You gotta close us out.
Well, I know I talked a lot and I said a lot, but that video, it did move me and touch me in such a way. And I heard every word that she said, and I felt every word that she said. And I don't want nobody to feel this pain, as I just keep saying. This is not a club you want to be a part of. This is not an organization you want to be a part of. You do not want to sit in this seat right here that I'm sitting in. Because when I tell you the pain that comes along with sitting in this seat, some of y'all ain't even built for it. I ain't even built for it. I don't even know how I'm going through. I do know, but I don't know. It still amazes me at God and how he keeps me strengthened when I am weak. During this whole time, it's been a month. It was a month yesterday that my daughter had that she was murdered. It was a month yesterday. So I'm 31 days in today. And when I tell y'all that the pain I feel, the brokenness, the loneliness, the emptiness, this is not what y'all want. And I can't say it enough. None of us should be here. None of us should be here. We should not have to bury our children. We should be able to watch our kids grow up, live a full, fruitful life, be happy, go away to college, experience life, graduate. Well, guess what? My 12-year-old, he didn't make it to graduation. He didn't make it. I never get to see my son graduate from high school. I never got to see him play football at the college of his dreams, which was Michigan State. I never got to see him do any of that. So just as the woman said on that video, when you take a life, it affects the whole family. It affects the whole entire family that is connected to that life that you took. That was somebody's son, daughter, friend, grandson, granddaughter. That person life meant so much to so many people. So many people was affected by that life. So I just want to leave you guys with this. I need help. I want help. Any help that I can get that will bring change in this city, change in this community, change for the parents like me that are struggling and going through. We need y'all help. We need y'all help. I need help. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't even know where to begin to start at. But I know I'm not stopping.
Amen.
I know I'm not stopping. I do know that. I'm going to keep pressing and I'm going to keep pushing because something has to change. This cycle has to break. We cannot keep putting our babies in the ground. We cannot. We can't keep doing it. This is becoming all too common. And why? This should not be common for our children to be buried as children. This is not common. For us to have to, children are burying their friends before they even out of high school. This is not common. Tamarie, my daughter, my firstborn, 26 years old, 26. Me and her, we were 9 classes away from receiving our bachelor's degree. And me and my daughter, we were supposed to walk across that stage next June of 2022 with our bachelor's degree together. But mark my words, I'm going to finish those 9 classes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to walk across that stage. And my baby, she gonna be right with me when I do that, when I receive my bachelor degree. Like, we were looking so forward to that. We've been talking about that for the last year that we've been in school. And she was so happy. She was like, Mama, you said we was gonna do it. You say we was gonna graduate together. We was gonna get our bachelor's degree, Mama. We got 9 classes left, Mama. We almost here. We were literally planning on taking us a trip when we graduated. We was trying to be out of here, but we were going to take our pictures together, and we were just looking forward. Like, y'all, when I tell y'all, I was looking so forward to graduating with my bachelor's with my baby. But that's okay, because she's still going to be with me, and I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to complete those classes. And I just want to tell you, Tennille, I love you. I love you as my sister. I love you as my friend. I'm grateful for the relationship that me and you have and that we share. And I'm grateful that God bonded us together and that you got to experience life with me and my children. And I'm forever grateful for that, and forever grateful for our relationship. And I thank you for allowing me to come on your platform. And
thank you, Tiffany. I really appreciate that.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I thank you to all the people that tuned in, that shared, that liked this video. I'm praying that it goes to the right hands. I'm praying that the right person sees this video, that Saginaw gets the help and resources that it needs to get rid of this gun violence that's going on in our communities. Like, it has to stop. It has to stop.
All right. Well, Tiffany, I thank you so much for joining me tonight. You know I love you dearly. I want to ask each and every one of you to continue to pray for my sister up here, the queen of the hour. I want you to know that everyone loves you. We are behind you 100%. I want each and every one of you, I'm going to put it back up here again before we go, to make sure that y'all write this number down. Start applying the pressure. Even if you're not in town, as y'all know, I'm all the way in Atlanta. You can still call and apply pressure. They'll get tired of us. It's okay. Keep calling anyways. They gonna tell you. They can't tell you nothing. They gonna only tell Tiffany. Okay, but are y'all trying to solve the case? Are y'all trying to solve the murder? Whatever you need to tell them to try to get something out, just say it. Just say it. You don't have to see him tomorrow. Just say it. Say whatever you want to say. He's not our friend. He's not our cousin. Well, we're going to see him at the doggone family reunions and stuff. Who cares? We have a job to do.
Yep.
And our job is to apply pressure. Let me make sure. Hold on, Tiff. Let me put this on there. I know you waiting for your song. But I want to make sure they hear me loud and clear when I say this. Apply pressure. Keep calling. This is not going to be the last time y'all see Tiffany on here. This is not going to be the last time that we talk about Tamarie. This is not the last time that we talk about TJ. We're going to keep talking. And Tiffany, I promise you that. I'm not finna let this be the last time. This is just the beginning until we get some type of justice.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
I'm with you 100%.
Thank you. Thank you. I do want to just give a quick shout out to my family. I love y'all. I thank God for y'all. Thank y'all for all the support. Thank you for the support from my friends. Thanks for support from people I don't even know. I have received so much support from people I don't even know, complete strangers. But I'm grateful and I'm thankful that there are still good people in the world. There are still good people. There are still people that care, that love you, that are genuine. And I'm just grateful and thankful for those connections. So I do want to just give that out there right quick. And then I just want to give a quick shout out to my pastor and my co-pastor of my church, Daniel's Den Ministries. I love you guys dearly. My leaders at my church, they are awesome. Please join us if you don't have a church home. Daniel's Den Ministries, located in Saginaw, Michigan. I just want to tell you that this is an awesome, awesome ministry. When I tell you these two have been so supportive to our family this whole entire time. I've been a part of this church since 2008. And when I tell you the love that these two demonstrate, it has never wavered and changed towards me or my family. We love them just like family, and they love us just like family. And they support me and they stand with me along with my family 100%. So I couldn't leave. I could not leave this platform. Why? Not acknowledging them. So I just want to acknowledge you, Pastor and co-pastor Torres and Darlene Simpson. I love you guys with all my heart. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your continued love and support that you show the Owens family. We love you dearly. Thank you.
We love you, Daniel's Den. Thank you for helping my sister. I appreciate it.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you for changing my sister, Daniel's Den.
You better say it. You better say it. You better say it.
We appreciate you, baby. We appreciate you. Well, Tiffany, thank you. You already know we finna talk right on after this. You know what I'm saying? So, but thank you so, so much. Now, Tiffany, now it's time for you to say it. It's time for you to say it. The babies. The babies.
The babies.
Return, Peachy return.